What happens when a privileged young man loses everything and must fight his way back through a world full of betrayal, violence, and revenge? Wilbur Smith's Call of the Raven takes you on a gripping historical adventure filled with twists, danger, and rich characters. Set in the 1840s, just before the American Civil War, the story follows Mungo St, the son of a wealthy plantation owner. He returns from Cambridge University to discover his family estate ruined, his father murdered, and his childhood love Camilla taken hostage by a ruthless enemy. Driven by revenge and desperation, Mungo embarks on a perilous journey across the U.S., Africa, and the high seas. He faces brutal realities of the slave trade, corruption, and survival in a world marked by danger and moral complexity. What sets Call of the Raven apart are its complex characters. Mungo is an anti-hero, both heroic and ruthless, loyal yet morally conflicted. The story intertwines non-stop action with bleak historical truths, pulling readers deep into a harsh, unsettled past. Readers praise the book for its excitement, twists, and classic Wilbur Smith pacing. At the same time, its heavy subject matter, including violence and the brutal slave trade, makes it a challenging yet important read. The emotional tension between Mungo and Camilla adds depth, showing different perspectives in a grim world. The novel raises tough questions about power, revenge, and survival, blurring right and wrong. Call of the Raven offers fast-paced historical thrills with layered characters and tough scenes, making it a compelling prequel to the Ballantine saga. It's a story that challenges readers with its dark edge and ethical complexity.